Graphs and charts are great, but they aren't really fun, right? This lecture, on the other hand, promises to be much more fun. I'm going to show you how to add all sorts of interactive media to your Canva presentation so that you can keep your audience entertained and paying attention to your slides. Let's open a slide deck I created for one of the previous lectures of this course, and I'm sure you will recognize it. If we scroll through the pages of this presentation, we will come across slides that contain rich media on them like video, GIFs, or animated stickers. So let's deconstruct some of these slides and understand how they were made, and also how Canva presentations can be so much more than just text and images. Okay, so on this slide, we can see a video playing. I found this video in the Canva library by using the Video tab. If we look at how this slide was done on page 2 here, I started by adding a grid, which covered my entire page, and then I dropped my video clip from the library into this grid. Next, I gave that grid some transparency. See, the transparency is set to 40, and I used my branded yellow color as the background of this slide. That way, the video seems to have a yellow veil on top of it. This is a neat little trick that I use often to make the video clips look more on brand. On page 5 right here, I have this call to action to go follow Jessie on Twitter. So I created this follow button and gave it the Twitter blue color, but also I added a hyperlink to it. And this is how this slide looks in presenter mode. And you will see that when I hover my mouse over the button, the cursor changes from an arrow to this little hand right here, the finger, indicating I can click on this item. When I click, I'm being redirected to Jessie's profile on Twitter. So that's the link working. But what's really interesting on this slide is this animated finger right here that indicates the viewer that this button is actually clickable or tappable. So let's come back to the editor and see how this was made. This finger tapping is called a sticker. So to find it, I used the search box of the Elements tab and I typed in tap sticker. Then I filtered by graphics. And now Canva is showing me a bunch of animated stickers. And you can pretty much find stickers about anything. Just make sure to add the keyword sticker in your search. Another way to get to the same result would be to use the little slider icon right here in the search box. Let me show you, but first I'm going to delete the word sticker from my search and just keep the keyword tap. Okay, now we see a mix of stickers and still icons. If I use the slider button, Canva gives me an option to filter only animated elements. See, it's here under animation. I can choose static or animated. I'm going to go ahead and click on animated. And now Canva is showing me only animated elements. So that's the other way for finding stickers. All right, let's continue to explore the slides of this deck. On page 21 here, I see a short video loop which is playing in the background. This is a GIF with a semi-transparent layer on top of it. Now let me show you how I designed this slide by recreating it from scratch. Okay, so the first thing I did was to find the right GIF. Indeed, I needed to illustrate the quote, "Your slides need to deliver big punches with strong visuals." Canva has an integration with Giphy, the famous GIF library. To find Giphy, head over the More button in the Object panel and click on Giphy. The Giphy app will now be pinned to your Object panel and you can start searching for the perfect GIF. To find my GIF, I use the keyword Chuck Norris punch. There, this one right here. So simply click on it to bring it to your page. The next thing I did was to resize this GIF so I could get rid of this text here in the lower right corner. To do that, I simply grabbed one of the corners and pulled, like so. Great. Next, I added one of my branded gradients on top of the GIF and give that gradient some transparency. See, here the transparency is set to 65. Note that this gradient has been dropped into a grid because that's just the way I like to do it, but this step is not necessary. I finished the slide with a text box and I applied the background effect to my text with some transparency to it as well. And that's it, a beautiful branded GIF. What's important to remember from this is that you can search and use all the GIFs from the Giphy library right here from within Canva. When searching for the perfect GIF, try to use keywords that refer to emotions, feelings, or actions. Next, we have the Bitmoji integration. This one lets you use your Bitmoji, or a cartoon character that you have designed to look like you, in Canva. If this is the first time you use this Bitmoji app, you will have to go through the creation of your avatar or your Bitmoji first. And to do that, Canva will ask you to connect with your Snapchat account. So make sure to do that first. If you don't have a Snapchat account, you'll have to create one first. I admit this is a little bit of a detour, but I guarantee you it's all going to be worth it, as the Bitmojis are a great addition to Canva because they are so versatile. So make sure you go through all that setting up phase. Create your Snapchat account, create your Bitmoji character there in Snapchat, and finally connect Snapchat to Canva. This will unlock the Bitmoji library. And then you will be able to search for specific Bitmojis when you are using the app in Canva, which is super useful. So let's try it and let's search for birthday. And there you go, some cute runny Bitmojis all celebrating birthday. They are now ready to use in your design. Alright, so that's how they work. So let's close the Bitmoji app for now and continue to explore. So back to our More tab. You will see a ton of other integrations in here, and I'm not going to cover them all one by one because that would take forever. So you can discover them by yourself. But there is one last app I would like to cover though, and that is the Embeds app. This one is probably my favorite one. It allows us to embed almost anything into our designs. Let me show you how it works. First, you'll have to click on it, and from here Canva shows you some examples of the platforms that are supported, from which you can embed media. So we see great platforms like TED, Spotify, Google Maps, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Don't click on these icons, as these are just to show you examples. Instead, use the white box to paste your links. Let me show you a few examples. Let's start with Google Maps. Let's say you want to embed the location of a park where you'd like to organize a picnic for your birthday. Well, you can simply find that park on Google Maps, copy the link and paste it here. This will embed the map to your presentation. Now, if I switch to presenter mode, I see that I can interact with the map. I can zoom in and zoom out, and I can also click to be redirected to Google Maps. Let me show you something else. YouTube. You can embed YouTube videos that are public into your presentations. You will do the exact same thing, so go to YouTube, find a video you'd like to share, copy its link, and paste it here in Canva via the Embed app. And you will be able to play this video directly from Canva when you are presenting your slide. This is really useful to show videos to your audience. Now, let me give you a pro tip when it comes to embedding YouTube videos. You can actually decide which specific part of the video you want to play in your presentation. You don't have to play it from the beginning. Let me show you. For that, you will need to use a computer. So go to YouTube, find the video you wish to embed, scroll through it, and find the exact point in the video from which you'd like to start. Our videos on YouTube always have some timestamp in the description. So here I will just click on that part that says how to create PayPal buttons starting at 12:02. Now I'm going to click on the share button and tick that box right here at the bottom that says start at 12:02. This will add a few characters and numbers to my URL. Now copy that and paste it into Canva. And now let's present this slide one more time. And when we play the video, you will see that it starts at 12:02. Now, that is one very practical feature. Make sure to try it out in your next presentation. And this is where I'm going to end this lecture, but feel free to explore on your own. Click on all these buttons and see what they do.